Hello and welcome to White Horse RV. My name is Ian and I'll be doing the demo on the 2020 Jayco 40RL TS Bungalow. On this model here, in the front we have a 2-bottle setup with an automatic changeover regulator. It's a little tight, but I'm going to try and get in there so you can see when that sight glass is clear. That means where this arrow is pointing, which right now it's to this bottle, that means this bottle's full. When this bottle's empty, that sight glass will turn orange. And then it'll start taking from the second bottle if you have this bottle open, if you have both bottles open. You would check your sight glass, you'd see that it was empty. You would flip this over to start taking primary from this. That should go clear. You'd be able to unhook this bottle and go fill it, or vice versa. Underneath in the nose here, there is a Marine RV Series 24 battery. That is charged when you are plugged in, or if a tow vehicle's plugged into the 7-way. You do have to check the water level on that once a year. This model also has the 4 scissor jacks to set it up and get it level. There's a crank handle in the compartment that operates that. On this side here, you have your tags that gives you all your information, weights, tire size, tire pressure, etc. Coming around to here, on the off-door side, your very front compartment, it has your sewer hose. It has your crank handles, all located in here. Now, further on this side, you will notice there is a black tank handle by itself all the way out here, followed by the sewer outlet there with the gray handle. Now with your sewer outputs, you want to leave that black handle shut. That's your toilet. The gray handle you can leave open while you're hooked to the sewer. That's just sinks and showers. You want to leave the black tank flush for a couple reasons. One is you're going to put a chemical in the toilet. You don't want that to run out. That helps break it down and helps with odor. Also, you'd have an issue with solid staying and water running out. So you always leave that shut. To hit about 2/3, then you can dump that. Then every so often you would leave that valve open after you dump it. You would connect your water hose to the black tank flush. It's a small sprinkler head in the black tank. It will clean out your black tank. But you want to make sure that that valve's open when there's water going through. So you want to shut the water off on that before you shut that black valve, or you could be adding water faster than the system can vent air. Now next to it here is your city water connection. This connection here is where you put your pressurized hose to supply water throughout the whole coach and its plumbing system. Above it, behind that cover, is the outside shower. It has hot and cold and a shower head. That there is your furnace exhaust. It does get pretty hot coming out of there. Up here is your water heater. So you'd open it here. This is an aluminum tank, so it has a nylon plug. You only want to use nylon plugs. You don't want to put brass or steel in it because the aluminum will cross thread easy with the harder metals, and then the tank will need to be replaced. As long as you use a nylon plug, if you have any issues, the plug's just a couple dollars to replace instead of replacing the whole tank. You're only going to pull that plug if you're not using it for an extended period of time. You don't want to leave water sitting in anything, so you would drain that out. Or if you were winterizing it, you would drain out that tank. Now moving on, you have your cable TV input here. You just lift this cover up and you hook your coax cable there. That'll supply cable throughout the coach. Coming back here, as you see, we were testing all the tanks. Our fresh tank had water in it. We are now draining it out. That's the drain for your fresh tank. That tank's for if you don't have the water supply and you need your own water. You'd fill your fresh tank here and you would use your pump to supply everything with plumbing. If you have a hose on the city water, you don't need any water in that tank and you do not need your pump on. You also have your rear ladder for going up and checking the roof. This model also has slide toppers, which keeps debris off the top of the slides for when you bring them in and out, and helps the roof not get as weathered as if there wasn't any. You want to go up on your roof, I generally say twice a year, or if you have a bad storm, just to check to see, because on the roof is self-leveling lap sealant. It never hardens all the way. You can get little air bubbles, or branches can fall and scratch it. All that you're required for maintenance on it is if you see a little spot that looks suspicious, you wipe it down and you put the caulk right over it, but you have to use the self-leveling lap sealant. You have the rest of your jacks there. We walk around this model. You have 2 entries. You have your sliding glass door and your man door. This also has a power awning with speakers in the awning heads. You have your outside outlet here and one also up here. Now we'll enter through here. This goes into your bedroom. And you see we have all the slide outs out. Show you the full extent of the room in here. You have a thermostat here. This thermostat is only controlling the air conditioner in this room. There are 2 AC units and 2 thermostats. This thermostat only does this AC. As you see there, you see to your left is the quick dump. If you open that vent, it dumps the air quickly straight down. It does not push it through the vents. You have to have that shut for the air to come through the vents. And the open grate there, in there is your filter. With the newer styles, the filters are thinner. You can use your vacuum to clean it once a week, or you can pull it down and wash it. You also have a ceiling fan. The ceiling fans run on 110 only. There's a switch on the wall here for them. Turn that switch on and your fan comes on. Now, if you bring your slide outs in, make sure this is off. You do not want that fan spinning when you bring the slide outs in. For this slide out, the switch is here. You hit in and it'll come in. Then out, put it back out. As soon as you hear the clicking noise, that's the clutch slipping, means you're all the way out. Let go of the button. You have light switches here. You have a charging center here. It has 2 USBs and a 12-volt receptacle. There's outlets by the bed. Now these lights above the bed, I will show you how they operate. Push the button, once blue, twice clear, then off. So once blue, twice clear, off. They're nice features for night. And all of your lights, even though they're on a switch, do have a center button that turns them on and off individually. So if you don't want all the lights on, you could turn some off, so only one comes on with the switch. Now coming down the hallway, you'll see your second thermostat. Now this thermostat here controls the front AC and the furnace. Just tap mode to switch through your modes. You have to tap and let go. It runs off static electricity. You have just fan, or you can have your AC. You can adjust your temperatures here. You only move one place at a time. You can't hold the button and skip through. This switch here is for your living room ceiling fan. Coming around, let's check out the bathroom. We go into the bathroom. You have a full-size shower. That's the travel clip. You need that in the stowed so these doors can't move during travel. Over here you have your switches. This will open your vent and this will turn it on. So we're going to hit vent open and watch the lid open up. And then we're going to turn fan on. That's how you operate that. We'll bring it down. Now the fan stays on even with the lid shut. You have to turn that off. You have more light switches to operate the lights in here. This GFI outlet here controls all the 110 outlets throughout the trailer. So if you have an outlet that doesn't have power, I would check that first before the fuse panel. Your toilet with your foot operation there. This model has a spacious bathroom. Just like at home, hot, cold, and your shower head. The fire extinguishers by the sliding glass door. The sliding glass door has a lock on the handle here, which you can operate with the key also outside. And it also has a lock stick that you can put down. That way the door is jammed shut for security and for travel. Down here's your fuse panel. And you just tap the top and you can open her up. And you have all your 12 volt and 110 fuses and breakers, and a chart there that tells you where each go and what they go to. This pack of fuses there, those are the battery anti-reversal. Those are between this fuse panel and your battery up front. You have the same type of fan operation you had in the bathroom and the kitchen right here. There's more light switches. And some of these lights only turn on by the center button. This model also has a residential style refrigerator, meaning it only works on 110. The trailer has to be plugged in for your fridge to operate. This also has a pantry. One thing you want to remember before you bring any slide outs in, make sure that all these doors are shut. Make sure there's nothing in the way of this slide out or in between it on the floor because they're powerful, and when they come in, they will either damage themselves or whatever's in the way. So you always want to make sure doors are shut, cabinet doors are shut, everything's clear for this slide out to come in. Now moving over here is your stovetop. You have a switch there, which gives you the light for the oven. Now on this model here, you turn your knob over to light, and it lights. It has this automatic sparker. Then you just go to your temperature, then back turn it off. You have your microwave here, which is a household microwave, works off 110 only. Your sink, your cutting board, and your wash grate. You have a remote that will run. They give you 2 remotes. This one's for the fireplace, but the Furrion remote is a master remote, meaning you can also run your fireplace off it. You just want to select fireplace and TV's the same option. Bring her down, hit power, and there you go. Now your furnace, you can have it set as either a heater or just for looks. It's up to you. It runs off 110. Also, television. Right now we're running off the antenna. Now let's just checking our cabinets here. In this cabinet is your radio / DVD player. This will play a DVD on this TV in the living room, and it also controls all your speakers inside and out for radio. I just gotta locate the booster real quick. Okay, it's in this cabinet here. All right, so you do have some outlets in here, and you have the antenna booster / cable switch. If that light's on where it's lit above antenna, that means you're only doing antenna. It will not allow the campground cable to come through. You'd have to actually switch it to cable to allow the cable to come to all the televisions. This controls every television in here. So I'll put it back to antenna. And like I was saying, that's the ottoman. Right now it's on the couch because that's where it has to be, or it has to be in the floor in the center when you bring the slide outs in, so therefore it doesn't get in the way or cause any damage. There's many light switches in here to operate all the different lights. And like I said, that outlet's controlled by the GFI in the bathroom. You have your 2 recliners in this model. Some of your lights, like these, have a switch on the wall here to turn them on and off. These are sealed LED lights, so you never have to worry about changing a light bulb in them. Now your dinette area here. If you're in transit, there are these straps underneath the chairs to strap them in so they don't move around while it's in transit. This model table is a fixed table to the floor. Let's just check out all of our options. There's your second AC unit with its second filter. Now in here, down here, you have your carbon monoxide and LP detector. That is hardwired to the battery. So as long as you're plugged in or your battery's charged, you'll have that. Now the smoke detector that's up here, that runs on a 9-volt battery inside of it. So that you have to keep up on and make sure your battery's staying charged or staying good. And that's the overview and demo for this model bungalow. If you have any further questions, you can check your owner's manuals, or you can give us a call and one of our techs will be happy to answer any questions you need. Thank you. My name's Ian, and have a wonderful day.